Good afternoon, all. How are we doing? I hope we are all doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We finally got our lights back. Look, we finally got the new, or not the new, but the fancy, the proper lights back in the background of the videos, which is all nice. You caught me there trying to have a little bit of practice on this manufacturers just as the stream was counting down. I did want to get on for 4:30, but that's not quite going to happen. Which is why we started at 4:45. Now, the plan for today, we got a good one in terms of just the day in general. We have, first of all, Formula 1 qualifying I've just watched. So I'm all caught up on that. So thankfully I don't have to tell everybody no spoilers, which is good. Then, on the screen behind the camera, which you can't see, is the new Castle match. Well, it's not on yet, but it's going to be on at 5:30. So we've got the Formula 1 we're caught up on, and then we've got the new Castle match a little bit later on as well. So I'll be watching that whilst we are streaming. Yes, how are we doing? Right, let's see the chat there now because it was covering it up a little bit. John, oh, the kids are giving you the plague. Oh, no. Some nasty bugs going around at the minute, isn't it? Which is not good. Not good. No t-shirt yet. It is on its way. It is on its way. When will that be with you? Monday or Tuesday, hopefully? I'll give you the Geordie spoiler alerts, yeah. And then who we got there? What does that say? Little Inkling. Is that someone that's normally in our chat? I don't recognise that name. So if that is your first time in here, then welcome along. Thank you so much. If that is someone that's normally in here, but it's changed, you've changed your name, I don't recognise that one. Oh my goodness, look at this. What a start. What a start. Yeah, I was just thinking that before the stream came on. I am probably going to have to rely on traction control if I want any chance of decent results. But I think what I'm going to do is as much practice as I can without. Bit of a lurker. Oh, there we go. I thought that must have been the first time that we've seen seen you in the chat. What are we saying there? Volume of full, but it's a bit quiet. What is it that's quiet? Me? I'm never normally too quiet, I can tell you that much, but is it me or game volume underneath? We've got this on the full volume that we normally have it, but if it feels a bit quiet overall, we can try and nudge everything up. Bum, bum, bum. Turn 1. Almost. Not quite. Maybe. Jeez. This is going to be a sketchy one for a race. If this is going to be rain all the way through, that's going to be interesting. If it's actual dynamic weather, which, let's be fair, is what we want, or what we tend to hope for, is a bit of a drying track, and then is it going to rain, is it not? All the second guessing that we enjoy doing when we have true dynamic weather. I don't know what it is going to be like. We're going to end up probably... This is my only qualm with Gran Turismo most of the time, is that you have to, in a very exaggerated manner, step off and avoid the racing line altogether for the extra so-called grip. Don't want to dry and track, you always want to dry and track. That's when you can start to gamble, like I always do, and go, should we go out on the softs now? Should we try the slicks? And then we do it, and then we're facing the wrong way by turn 1. That's what you want. 16 laps on the wet, and then it got drier. And was that the same on all... woohoo. Was that the same on all of the races as well, or was it actually dynamic across the three sets of races? That is true. From a dry and track, if you're actually battling, you make a good point, yeah. If you're actually in a battle with someone, then putting on the slicks on a drying track means one racing line and one racing line only. Everything's up in terms of volume. I'm kind of at max. If I go any more, I will be clipping. I'll see if I can nudge it up any more. Unless I just shout really loudly, which I normally do when we're racing. And the more I bin it, the louder I shout. So you'll be asking me to turn down later on. If I just came off the power there, that would have just fixed it all, wouldn't it? But I was desperate to not do that. Can you hear that noise from the wheel? It does this quite often, where then the fan decides to kick in into a bit of overdrive. Right, 140.8. I've got genuinely, I've got actually no idea in terms of references whether that is any good or not. I should have had a very quick look at the friends list. So was that about to be your guess, John? 42 treble 6. Well, I definitely want to brake a bit earlier here. There we go, we're going to be a couple of tenths up. We'll be on for that treble 6. Or we'll be just ahead of it as things stand. I'm doing my very best to drive without the traction control on for the time being. You can feel the car sliding and locking up and everything there though, as you hit the brakes. Can you hear the noise of the wheel? It's really kicking off at the moment. Be about a second quicker here. We'll be down into the 39s hopefully. Yeah, 1.3, 1.4. Wonderful. Yeah, 39.2. There we go. Liverpool beaten 3-0 by Forest. Oh, I haven't seen that one. Jeez. That's bad form. That is not great. Kevin, TGT2 wheel. I'm reading that word by word while I try and keep my eyes on the track. That's a slightly better entry into turn 3 there, actually. 7, force feedback, torque 2, sensitivity is good. I mean, it's, yeah, whatever you are comfortable with. I'd set it right the way maximum. I want to get, if I was on a different wheel, I would get the kind of torque boosters and everything. I would try and have it as just as harsh feedback as I possibly could, to the point where your arms break if you go over a curb. But I found that it was good to set it at the maximum and then kind of work backwards from there, because you want to get as much feedback in the wheel as you can do. The sensitivity is probably the more important thing rather than the amount of torque. So if you have the sensitivity right the way up, you get more feedback as you on the grass, on the curbs, puddles of water as the wheel goes lighter. The more you can notice all of that stuff and get the feedback for that, the better. And then in terms of the actual torque, so the torque is the amount, well, yeah, the amount of torque that will go through the wheel, the amount of energy that the wheel will exert back to you in the feedback, and then that's a matter of comfort. So I would always have the sensitivity as high as possible. Just my preference really, that one, but sensitivity as high as possible and then set the torque to whatever feels comfortable. Yeah, sensitivity has to be in balance with, I don't just mean 1 on 10 and then 1 on 1, but I always want the sensitivity as much as possible, but I also have the torque on as high as possible. So are you on wheel as well, Bill, or not? I can't remember. Too far. Turns out that was alright. Jeez. This is going to be a sketchy race. Very sketchy race. Well, we'd have been a few more tenths up here. We're not going to cross the line. I don't think. Anyways, it's loading us in. There we go. Oh, God. I'm getting cramp in my hands already. Right. Okie dokie then. Well, I don't think that for quali... We're not on... Yeah, we got a dry track for quali. And then I think it must be wet at the start of the race, perhaps. Turn the radiator off. Try to see who we recognise in here. Right, we are in the Ferrari. I don't know if I mentioned that or if anyone's just tuning in. We are in the Ferrari. We've just had someone subscribe there. I recognise the name because they're in this chat. I think Fernandez. Was there a Fernandez in this chat? Or not? He has two wheels, one for himself and one for the wife. That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. Right, well, we're going to go out on soft tyres then. Let me just double check as well. Tyre wear rate in quali is definitely on, so we want to look after the tyres here and not absolutely rinse it all the way around. Quite the couple when it comes to racing, that's what you want. At least if you've got a wheel each and then they both want to go on at the same time, he doesn't have to say, oh, we'll take turns. Nothing worse. If you're getting into your flow, you go, oh, I fancy another race. Oh, hang on a minute, I've got to get off so you can have a turn now. It's like, did you ever play Grand Theft Auto? I always used to play it with my brother, but I used to have to take turns. It would be like, oh, just as you are starting to enjoy it. Or see who could... get the biggest wanted level and stay unarrested for the longest time. Right, well, all of our quali practice has been done, well, not quali practice, but all of our practice before quali has been done in the wet. So, what are we going to make of this one? What's he doing? Oh, he's gone in. Oh, he's on the wet. That explains that. I sat behind him all that time. We might miss out on another lap now because of that. This is the problem here with the sensitivity in on 10 in some cars. When I try and I'll do this on the straight, yeah, you'll see what I mean. That rattle that you get when the wheel's in the center, but it's kind of like bouncing off its own parameters and limits. Let me just see if I can do this. Yeah, if you try and get the dot in the middle, if I come off, you see the I missed the gear shift there because I was trying to show that, but you see the wheel just going a bit berserk. P9, right, we're 8/10 off. We try and gain a little bit more time back on this one. I feel like I spotted a few moments and corners at the time, which I could have done a lot better. There it is, bouncing off the centre. Messed that up as well there. Right, 4/10 up on our time there, so this could be a bit of an improvement, hopefully. There's going to be other people that's going to be able to get another lap in, though. I don't quite think we're going to cross the line before the checkered flag, or are we? Ah, not quite, not quite. It's going to be P8. I didn't go as high up the grid as I thought I would have done there. We were still close to 5/10 up. Yeah, it was me. Yeah, sensitivity, as in feedback sensitivity, and then feedback torque is obviously a different setting. Yeah. Oh, it is freezing in this office, but I refuse to put the radiator on because then when you do, it gets boiling in this office. And I'd rather be a little bit too cold because then the room soon warms up when you've got the PlayStation on and the lights on and the wheel on and the laptop on and the telly on. And then it becomes suddenly just unbearably warm. Right, well it's P8 there then. There's a chance, by the way, that we still drop down quite a bit here. But we're going to have to really hope for a decent race. We're in Group 3s, so I just spotted there was someone in a GTR, and initially in my head I thought, oh, they're going to have a good advantage here, 4-wheel drive, but Group 3s is all 2-wheel only, all rear wheel. So he's not going to have the 4-wheel advantage, but he is still very quick in that GTR. I have the PS5 is vertical, which slots between the rig and my desk. Right, so I can only assume that it is raining at the start. It's 28 lap race here, by the way. 28 lap race, like perfect. So are we going to go wet tire? I think we've got to go wet tires, surely. Full wets or inters? I think we've got to go heavy wet, haven't we? Surely. Oh my god, we're down into the... We're down into the 130. Well, obviously our quality was 130s. which could have been better if I had a bit more practice on the on actual slicks. But we're down to P11 with that 130. Nightmare. What's that mean, John? I'd use inters personally, but you should use wets. Ah, is that right? That would make a lot of sense. Oh, well, I guess it would make sense. It depends where the placement of that chip is, but I would believe that one way would cool better than the other. Although the whole point of it and the whole design of it was that it was meant to be able to do both, wasn't it? In fact, if anything, it's stood by default. It's supposed to be able to. By default, it's best stood up, and then you need the little attachment to lie it down, don't you? Ah, dearie me. Right, well, about halfway through this race, the Newcastle match will kick off, so I'll also be watching that, trying not to get distracted, whilst also trying to focus on the race. Shut off on its own due to overheating. Christ, that's no good. I'll be faster at the start. Well, that's, yeah, we could do with a bit of time being made up, couldn't we? It is a little bit annoying that it doesn't let you have a proper look at like a live weather radar in the moment to be able to decide what tyres to go on to. Except for now. So, I mean, that is still very, very. I think wet probably is the right choice for quite some time into this race. Right, I'm going to go TC1. I'm accepting that we're going to drive with traction control. Because I really, really want a good race. Here we go. 28 laps. This is what we're all about. Come on. Oh! Already into the back of the BMW almost there. Oh, he's bumped him. He's bumped the Porsche. The Porsche's gone. As a result, we've got the position gifted to us there. We very nearly hit the Lambo there. Oh, look at these guys. Two of them off, one of them off. We're going to get round the outside. Round the outside! To move! Oh, he's then going to hold it round the outside on me there now. Great racing with the Lambo there. Oh, he's binned it. Make that one stick. We will make that one stick. Oh, just a little bit too far there. I eased off the brakes, but didn't have enough in it to be able to actually do that. Should have stayed on them. Alright, we're up to P6 though. This is not too bad so far. Do you reckon all these guys are on inters? Or some of them. Am I going to wake up early to watch F1? Probably not. To be honest, probably not. Now that I'm able to just watch it on catch-up, or once I started watching one of the races that I missed on catch-up, I was like, oh, I might as well just do this anyway. Just make sure I avoid all the spoilers. Woke up at 3 AM to watch the cricket today. Jeez. At least you would have been up early enough for qualifying then as well. This three-way scrap into turn one for the podium, that is. I would love to just undercut all of them out of the corner, get a switchback on the lot of them there. I hope he sees us. I hope he knows we're there. We're there. We're there. That's a very strange moment of racing, that is. Almost been spun there. Oh! I almost got spun as they hit me there, and then it's unsettled them and they've spun themselves round. But yeah, following in behind these guys there as they were going down into turn one. That was a little bit strange. He didn't want to give me the space. I don't know if he was trying to break the slipstream by going over to the right hand side, but it was pushing me wide. And I thought that he might have had someone to his left hand side pushing him across, but he didn't have that at all. Or I was waiting for, I thought he was going to have a snap there, this guy to our right hand side here. It's ended up in a bit of contact with them two there, but it's going to allow me to run straight through onto the podium. I'm going to have to try and drag him to the oh, I thought one of those guys was going to be a little bit closer to me there, but they may have lifted off into the corner. This is for the podium now. Oh, come on. Go, go, go. I actually got a bit of a bump from behind there, someone launching me out of the corner, which turned out to be pretty helpful. Come on, we've got these guys right behind us now. Try and drop these if we can. Need to try and keep an eye on this weather though. It is getting a little bit lighter, the rain. And some slightly clearer tracks and racing lines now being made. Only 5 laps in though. This is now perfect conditions for the intermediates. As we can see, another massive patch. If we can see that green spell in the rainfall there, that's definitely wet weather tyres kind of downpour, that is. He's got the switch back on me there. I've mucked that right up there. Oh, we've got that one round the outside, and someone's gone off. Round the outside. Did we see that move there? I just about kept it in, but I knew I was going to try and go dive as deep into the corner as possible. Try and get it round the outside. Now, before you all jump in, more grip round the outside, so it's easier for you. Can you go? Shut up. Because I know the comments coming. More grip round the outside. Don't care. We still got it done. I'm going to have to try and get another move done here, though, to the inside on this one. Not quite going to happen. Overtaken on a yellow flag. I didn't see that. Oh, actually, yeah, with him spinning. I see what you mean. Although I was already by that point, I think. Position might have then been registered to me, I'm not sure, but actually, yeah, I'm pretty lucky there actually. This guy's going to go defensive, going to go to the inside. We actually want to be on the outside though, so that's fine by us. Oh, 2 absolute torpedoes coming through into turn 1. Did we see that there on the radar? 2 absolute torpedoes. It's so bizarre that ends up being the quicker line. It's so unrealistic. I don't like the exaggerated more grip round the out, like kind of off the racing line physics, because it's really not that subtle. As you see me go on there, as soon as we're then on the racing line, you see the car just starts going straight. As soon as you're on the racing line, like by the pixel, it's a little bit too linear. It's very much kind of like on-off level grip, which I don't really. It needs a little bit more work, that does. Right, 3.2 to the leader. We're sort of closing in. I wasn't expecting to be chasing down race leaders or anything like that, but maybe we are on the better tyre at the moment. .5. He's had a bit of a moment in turn 1 here. Here we go. I need you guys to be as on it as possible as our pit wall, as our non-volunteered, or I have volunteered you guys as the pit wall strategists. So we need to work out now where and when we pit, or if indeed we do it all. There's no mandatory pit stop, But it's just trying to identify the best time to then drop down onto the inters. Because maybe the best strategy overall was just accepting the slower laps for these first 10 on the inters and just trundle around a little bit. We've had the benefit of the wet tyre getting us through. 1.9, we're still closing the leader here at the moment, but these wets will start dying once the track starts to dry out a bit more. Have you, Bill? .9. And this isn't slicks, Bill. This is on the wets. This is my point. This is the bit that you can almost like see the programming and code in the game, which is like when they're on. Oh, sorry. Almost there. Almost cut that guy off. Yeah, you can start to see this now is where the inters are coming in strong. So my point being is not the difference between the dry and the wet line as such. It's that when the whole track is all wet, it still has it programmed in that the racing line is less grippy before any racing's even been done. That's my point, not the fact that slicks is going to slide around on a wet track. That's obvious. That's not what I'm meaning. 3.5, so that we're going to start dropping off now, though. This is where it gets interesting. We're actually praying for rain at this point now. We've got it. We've got a little bit more rain. All of a sudden, once again, we're now quicker than these guys. Look at the field spread at the minute, though. That's without anybody doing a pit stop. the outside again, on the exaggerated, more grip over here racing, non-racing line. We still have it though, it's still a good move. Two seconds, come on. Right, Racing Leon comes in to go onto, I presume, to go onto the Inters. Oh, there's the Newcastle match started as well. I can't start watching that. I shouldn't have put that on the telly. I just didn't want to get the spoilers without watching the match. Oh, don't want to be out wide there too long. I'll get the spoilers, alright. Right, 1.7. So far for the time being, the wet tyres has been the best ones to be on though. I think now we are starting to get to the point where Inters is maybe going to be the better shout. We've got a slightly bigger patch of rain coming in. There might just be enough in those clouds to drop enough rain throughout the race that it justifies staying on the, or you can just about stay on the wets and be okay. If the rain level dropped off from what it is now, or if it stayed as it is, maybe the Inters would be the ones. Whoa! Oh, that was contact there, so I'm going to make sure that I don't overtake into this next corner. That was a tiny little bit of contact there. Just went up onto the curb, locked the tyres a bit. Ferrari's actually been very good in the rain. I would love to pretend that it's all me, but it really isn't. Swerving in the rain's one thing you don't want to be doing. It'll stop raining in 3 laps. Well, we want to make sure we get ahead then. Around the outside again. Oh, Not quite. Almost. Oh, he leaves the space. He spots us late there, but he leaves the space on the inside. Can we then get this one round the outside, maybe? Not quite. Not quite. This is great racing, though, isn't it? This is really great racing. Great battle in here, but I am now losing time. We've got the Lambo behind, catching up. We could have him here. We could have him here. We've got the better run. Positioned his car well there. An aquaplaning potentially, but a bit of a dive bomb from from this guy behind. Lambo's just got the slightly better way. I don't know what words I actually said there. If that came out in the way that I meant it. The slightly better getaway. I think that's what I said. Tell I'm concentrating now. We're into inter territory again now. I think the guy in front is on the inters. I could be wrong. I don't actually know. I can't quite tell. But I can just go from my reference that I am dropping pace a little bit now. Especially these segments here where the inters is definitely the quicker tyre. But he is going on to the wet like this, look. So it might be on the wet tyres. He does now and again come off the dry line. And there, look, he's staying on the wet line now as well. Please don't be a penalty there. Please don't be a penalty there. Oh, he's working with us. I wasn't expecting that, but he's working with us. Right, we've got a few people coming off the wet tyres now. What do we reckon we doing? We do. We're dropping off to this Lambo in front now quite a bit. Although we're apparently still somehow setting fastest first sectors. So I'm not quite understanding that one. I think I just need to try and start pushing a bit more. Maybe that's just all that this guy's doing. Is just actually pushing the tyres a bit more. We've just set fastest lap there. So this guy ahead must be quick because I'm losing time to him. But yeah, we've set fastest lap there. So we really could have done with being on the inters. Is it worth going in for the pit stop now? Do we reckon? I can't quite work it out, if I'm being honest, of what is best to do here. We'd be giving up track position. You can see the field spread is pretty bad, but then those guys here that are now going through, if you look at the map, those guys now going through to turn 3, they are closing the gap, and I think they are the ones on the inters. So they are now closing up. It's slowly drying. John saying stay out. I'm doing all that I can though to end up now trying to stay off of the dry line. But not got much choice, just going to have to go for it now. Do we reckon these tyres will be alright till the end? That's the other thing. Pushing wet or inter tyres on the dry soon eats them up. Closing home again now. Come on, we're just going to have to push for the last 8-9 laps. Basically, it all comes down to the gamble that you've took at the start of the race, whether or not you want to be better at the first half in the wets, which has paid off for us in the sense that everybody's then kind of like binned it around us, or if you can gamble being on the inters and just keep it on track, you can see now that you're going to be 2-3 seconds a lap quicker and able to really push. Each lap is just getting quicker and quicker and quicker now as well. We're closing here. Come on. Come on. See the tyres being absolutely chewed up though. I have to start doing a bit of tyre management really. Yeah, slicks will be a bit... Yeah, slicks not possible. I think at this point now, with only 6-7 laps to go, it's going to have to just be stay out and just hope we don't drop too far. I'm going to be struggling now. I'm going to be struggling to make these tyres last till the end, I think. All I can do is just keep trying to race offline. He's gone. He's almost gone. He's back now. There you go. And then it's Speed Clem who gets through in the other Lambo, which I think is on the Inters. He's gone in? What? That's mental. That is mental. Yeah, he was on the wet tyres. Would you make up the time though? I don't think you would. Would you make up the time? Surely not. I'm going to struggle to battle this guy though because he is on, I think he's on the Inters. Loads of people coming off the wets now. Yeah, this is a difficult one to judge, to be honest. Loads of people going onto the softs. I think that's too much of a gamble. Too much of a gamble. Because you've got to be on the racing line completely. And I'm finding that through that final sector, surely I must be quicker than you can go through on the softs, because I'm able to just completely ride the curbs. But I don't know for sure. That's what makes this race so interesting. This is what's made it so good. Are we going to get 4 more laps out these tyres, do we think? It's a solid P2 at the very least. What do we think? This guy's got the race win here. I just can't keep up with him. I can't match that pace. Yellow flags. Yeah, definitely staying out now. We're not going to make that time back up in 3 laps, so definitely staying out. Just have to hope. I think the podium can still be on. We just have to hope that the guy behind doesn't close too quickly. 5.8 is the gap now. We can still get a podium out of this from P11. From P11. Come on, 2 laps left. 2.8 is the gap behind. We are very, very slow and off the pace now. There he is, chasing us down. I'm not too worried if I lose P2. I want the podium overall. A podium from P11 is pretty decent, I would say. Can't let him catch. Can't let him catch. It's going to be a close one. This is going to be close. He's within 1 second now. And I am massively off the pace and struggling with a pretty much non-existent rear left. Come on. Come on. Oh, I've gone just too far. Ah, no! As long as I still get the podium. As long as I still get the podium. Place to bin it. Leon's behind us now. Leon's closing in. Come on. Hold the podium. That rear left's gone. I can feel it wanting to slide. It's wanting to go. It's wanting to go. Hold on! No! He's done it. Damn it! Damn it! Get! No! No! Damn it! Ah, so close. So close. So if you look at that there, then the drop off, maybe it is worth going into the pits onto the Inters. Oh. Bugger. Hinkland, GG's, thank you very much. That was good fun though. How good a race was that? How good a race was that? I love it when you're second guessing all the way through the race. Should we pit now? Should we pit now? Have we done the right thing by staying out? Oh man. That is an incredible race and an incredible combo. That's what we want with the manufacturers. Like the one last week where we just had 10 laps of wherever we were at was such a bizarre kind of like off menu sort of thing for them to throw up when the first few combos that we've had, and then this one included, has been like a mega long race, and maybe it's included a bit of strategy or whatnot, but that there is tremendous. Tremendous. We've not got the podium. We're beaten by 300ths just on the exit, but what can you do? Yeah, I'm not sure if there was a few drivers ahead that pitted, a few that binned it. So it was more so that drivers behind kind of like went into the pits. And then a couple of them have started to close up. But yeah, Why did you push when he was over 2 seconds behind you? I wasn't pushing there. That was just unable to hold that those rear tyres. They were absolutely gone. The winner didn't pit. Yes, correct. So he's been out then. I want to watch the replay because I think... Oh, is that saying full... Oh, it says replay save, but I don't know if it has done. I'm guessing then that he's been on the inters there because his tyres were so much better by the second half of that. Let's have a little look. I'm also watching the match. Oh, just press close. Idiot. Idiot. Need a flawless race if you don't pit. Yeah, this is it. Oh, no, it hasn't managed to save that one. We'll quickly delete a few if that's all right. If we can be really boring and just hang fire 2 seconds. We've got lots of replays here. Oh, no, these are... Collection. What? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we've got loads of replays here, so let's just... We'll quickly delete some of these if that's okay. I would like to have been able to review that and see if he... I'm assuming he did go on the inters because his tyres were so much better by the end. And he stayed out the whole time. It's one of them, though. There's so many people making mistakes. It's not necessarily a best strategy. It's just how does it play out for you in that particular race at that particular time. Right then. Well, we'll jump into Daily Race C. We'll just rent whatever is number 1 on the board. The Viper. Of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah, 100% on inters, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Right then. Get a couple of laps in for this one. Oh, so much nicer driving in the dry. Oh, understeer. Thought that was going to be a penalty there. We just keep going. Right, guesses in then. What will our quali time be here? We're going to serve a penalty here, and then we'll have 2 laps through. Speed Clem, how we doing? Great race, yeah, nice race, well done. Same to you, mate. That was a very, very good race, that. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That's the kind of combo that we want for a manufacturers. Awesome. I love the Z4, yeah. Put it on the reg plate, Z4. wall. What's going on there? Take the Suzuki VGT. Is that a good car round yet? Sometimes a popular one, isn't it? In some of the dailies. I feel like I've seen it. Oh, that and the Citroen as well sometimes. The Suzuki's nice. I like the Suzuki, I think. Right, we get one more lap at the end of this one. See if we can get this down into the 27s on the next lap. Still not going to be anywhere near top times kind of pace or anywhere near pole position. I'm sure in the lobby we'll end up in. 28.2. Try and get 2.5 tenths pulled out of this one. Damn it! I very nearly had it as well. I reckon we could have done it on that lap. Too confident, too quickly. All while not driving quickly. Whoa, some people down into the 20, 25, 26s. Where does 27... If we got down into the 27s, where would that get you? Oh, my goodness, mate. Not quick. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, it's still going. Oh, my God. Not even the top 1,000s. In the 27s. Oh, my God. Yeah, we need some more practice on this one, definitely. Times like that where I think, I hope that I find out that they are on the soft tyres and I've been qualifying on the slower compound. I can only hope. Right, key in this one. I think you must be starting, I presume he'll be starting from the back, or is he up the top? No, starting from the back. And we're behind him. 27.5, oh my God. Right, we'll try our best yet. Especially with a rented car, yeah. Shall I get that hire car back again that we took to the racetrack? Right, come on then. From the back of the grid, basically, this is now a last to first challenge. Would you believe? Speed Clem, thank you for subscribing as well. I've just seen that there. Thank you so much, buddy. Really appreciate that. What a hero. Oh, I thought you meant rental as in from the rent video that we did where we took a rental car to a racetrack. I thought you were referring to that one. As it, not a rented car as in, yeah. Right, this is my only chance of getting back up to the pack or getting any positions made up is on this back straight, yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh! I would say that was a good move. If I may say so myself, I would say that was a good move. Still P12 after that lap there, racing very closely with these guys in front. Come on. Vic, how are you doing? Just spotted you in the chat there, mate. Sorry if you've been in there a while. I think I might have missed you. We'll have that. We'll have that. Questionable. Seen that coming, couldn't you? Got him. We've got him. Surely we've got him. He's out broke. Spaniard's gone straight into the back of him there. He can't have that spot. He takes it as well, look. You can't have that spot. We've just watched him outbrake straight into the back of him. There you go. He gets a taste of his own medicine, which, ironically, that move from the Viper into the side of the Spaniard is exactly what the Spaniard done to us when we'd got in front of him. Just cut across the grass to try and hold on to the position. We should have him on this straight, though. He's gone for it there. Yeah, he's outbroke that. Absolutely. Absolutely he's outbroke that. And we'll have P10 there. That's not been a bad battle. Bit of time lost with that Spaniard in a couple of places. Bumping into us. Good scrap with Key, to be fair. And we'll have that across the line. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, not great waiting for an hour till the next manufacturers yet. If they could manage it where they timed it, either unless it went like well over, it was like an hour and a half, then it would say fair enough, because then it gives you half an hour until the next one. But then when it's like just enough that you've missed Daily Race C is always a bit annoying, isn't it? Right, we'll get into Daily Race C this time. For the last one. Group 4 of the... We're going to stick with the car that we've been in all week on this, which is... There it is there. Right then, let's get some guesses in so we can still see that our fastest lap is the 48.222, which John guessed correctly earlier in the week to win himself a t-shirt. So, if we would like to try and do exactly the same again, I would love to be able to improve on that time. So if you want to guess a time that is quicker than that, what will our lap in purple be by the end of this quali session? I'm going to be well off the pace on this first lap while I remind myself just how much you can actually push in the Group 4, and with this Citroen so early in the corners that you just put your foot down and you're perfectly fine. Pump it up, baby figure, what a hero. Thank you for the 2, mate. What an absolute legend. Are you doing this manufacturer slot figure? I think you need to do. Please change this miserable BOP. Yeah, it does come to something when the fastest car in a lobby is a car that doesn't actually exist. That is a good point. Absolute hero there, Jonathan. Thank you very much, buddy. I really appreciate that. I think there's a bit more of that, even just throughout that hairpin, a bit more that you can be on the power a little bit earlier, I reckon. Don't care if it exists or not, make other cars value. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Right, we need 8/10 off that time. 8/10 off this time. Let's see if we can do it. Guesses in for our fastest lap in purple. Oh, too far, too far, too far. That is not good. Go again. Stop being a sheep. It's the only car that we got a chance of actually winning the race in, though. This is the problem. What car would you rather? But it's got to be good. I want to get good results. This is the problem. I don't want to start dropping down. We get very close to being A+ with our DR, and then we start changing cars. What car do we want? We've got 4 minutes. What car do you want? I did see Bill mentioning the 4C there. That is actually not a bad shout. You've got to suggest a car that is actually worthwhile trying, though. That's the only rule. You can pick the car as long as it's actually potentially good. Don't just pick it because it's something different. Try the Audi. Oh no, not the. Genuinely, you can't be doing the Audi. You mean the Audi TT? It's the only one there is in Group 4, isn't it? The TT. That can't. That'll be absolutely crap round here. Front wheel drive round here. Surely not. Nah, I think I've messed that one up. I've definitely gone wide there. I think that's a penalty. Yeah. Start again. Right, we'll back out then. I'm going to have to go with one of these. We just have to rent them. What are we going for? Evo or GTR? Jag or the SLS? Yeah. I love the Jag, but the Group 4 is not that great. I wouldn't mind the 4C. GTR? GTR potentially. I'll go GTR. I need to get in, John. I'm not going to have time for livery, but we'll get in. We'll get a quick lap. Hopefully we can complete at least one full lap. Oh, as in I have a livery in the... Sorry, yeah. I know what you mean now. Sorry, yeah. I wasn't thinking there. I wasn't thinking. Do have to say, I mean, the acceleration feels decent, but the actual turn, the compliance that you get in the corners from the Citroen feels a lot better. Oh, the GTR is quite a bit off. Obviously, that's only first lap, really, but I think that's low 49s at best. That's 8. If that's if I take 8/10 off there. Oh, we're A+. We are A+. Look at that. I didn't even notice. We are A+, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't even notice. And we are A+. Well, we're soon going to lose that in this race then, aren't we? It happens all the time. We get A+, and then we're A+ for like a couple of laps, and then a couple of races, and then that's it. Yeah, John saying not for long. Exactly. Not for long. Right, remember, we got to do a pit stop, though. But I don't know how the tyres are going to hold up in this. Our thoughts, our thoughts. P7, if we can just stay P7, that's got to be good enough, surely. Surely. Here we go. Predictions in. I'm struggling to hold on to these guys here. Oh, the front tyres are getting absolutely eaten up. I think we are going to have to change tyres with this car here, with the GTR. We will have to change tyres. The fronts are already taking an absolute battering just at the end of that first lap. Look at that. He's held that round the outside there. That's how much better that car is at cornering. Hopefully we can be a bit better at getting out of the corners. Everybody's getting through now. Oh, damn it. Dropping off a little bit here. G70, yeah, G70 might be alright. I think if we just look at the times, the top times, you see no one's really trying other cars, and it is because that Citroen it's just got the right balance of, yes, it's rear end, but it's not, and it's enough to just help get the car rotated, but not be a burden. It's a little bit like, it actually does remind me of the Ferrari, which is what we're in for manufacturers, but the Ferrari's actually got power and grip, whereas the Citroen's quick out the corners because you can keep it planted and you know you're not going to spin it round. Right, one more lap and then I'm going to have to come in because there's no way these tyres are going to last. Oh! They've all had a nightmare getting into the pits there, so this might mean that we get, technically we get an undercut. Yeah, everyone else sees one car at the top. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. But, not that I've driven many cars versus the Citroen, but I can see why the Citroen is so good. Contact there. Right, I think these two guys, one of them's going to end up going for a bit of a lunge here or something. It feels like. No, they don't. Oh, bit of contact. Pushed across the apex there. Right, I'm coming into the pits now. Definitely need to change tyres. Yeah, I think it's almost like maybe they shouldn't have a top time leaderboard or shouldn't show the car that they're in, and then it might actually force people to make their own decisions, wouldn't it? Like, I get that some cars are just not going to be good at some tracks. That's I accept that. That's fine. But I think overall we'd love to see them all be a little bit closer. Otherwise, the balance of power is pointless, isn't it? Or balance of performance. Right, what I need to do now, though, is try and get a little bit further back through the pack. Once again, there'll be some people that haven't pitted yet, which we want to try and close the gap to them, potentially undercut all the rest of it. But I think this is the pack. Is this the pack that we saw crashing into the pits? I think we've maybe dropped a little bit too far back overall. We're in the 150s for our lap times here, whereas in the races earlier in the week we were 49s, I think. Oh, that is a harsh penalty, that. That's a rage quit penalty, that is. You're in for the 7 PM, good man. Best of luck. Let us know how you get on. Held that one round the outside. We've done all right there. P9, come on, we need to get a couple more places back, get back up to P7, which is where we started. Try and close to these guys, but I think we're going to struggle overall on pure pace, just having to rely on them killing each other, I think. God, trying to push here, but maybe it's just a bit too much. Fastest lap there, we're down into the 49s now. Pointless really moving over here, they're still not picking up any slipstream there, I don't think. Oh, no, I messed that right up there. I messed that right up. Come on. They're like nose to tail, costing each other loads of time. And then I can't even take a corner properly. What would you downshift there for? You absolute buffoon. I thought I was downshifting into fourth, not not downshifting into third. Who's that saying hello? Roots, how we doing? Hello all, hope we are all well. Hope we are all well, buddy. How are we doing? Oh, come on. Just getting your butt kicked in Daily Race B. Yeah, same here. That's why we're on Daily Race C. While we wait for the next round of for manufacturers. Come on. 1 second the gap here. Can we get one more place just to get a top half finish? There's nobody else to go into the pits yet. We just have to hope for something happening in front of us, which is looking more unlikely by each corner that we pass. Oh, Newcastle scored. Newcastle scored. It looked like in the corner of my eye there was a player with it. Someone's putting his arm around a player, but it looked like it was a fight. So what's going on there? But then it was Dan Byrne jumping on top of someone. So there we go. Oh, we're closing to the back of this pack here. There's got to be a position in here somewhere, even down to the last corner. Come on. Come on. Oh, there will be. There'll potentially be a couple here. Oh, if only the one that was getting rammed off track wasn't the person with a penalty, then we might have grabbed another. It's going to be P8 there. It felt like that was getting heated up there. I thought we would have grabbed a spot, which we did. Right, very quick break. We'll be back in 2, and then we'll get another race done for the manufacturers. How have I came back and it's 1-1? How has that happened? Pointless having that game on because I've not been able to watch any of it. I just didn't want to feel like I'd missed out on the spoilers. Right, back in for manufacturers then. I will be honest, this maybe might be, possibly, potentially, likely the last one. Just so that I can actually chill for the rest of the night, as well as try and get a little bit of other work done. Go! It's freezing. It is freezing. What have I come on here for? Wrong bit. Wrong bit. This bit. Tell you what I am looking forward to, though. The Spec 3 update on the 4th of December. As usual, however, I will end up missing it, and I'll be back from work, because I'm away for work. I'll be back the day after. So we might do a, whatever that would be, a Friday or a Saturday night stream. Right, we're in our car. What are we... Yeah, we're in the... Yeah, we're sorted now. Let's go. Oh, Newcastle scored again! Get in! Get in! John, how are you so quick to put the message that, like, I've literally just watched the ball go in the net there. You messaged before that they even scored. Have you got an extra super fast TV connection, or are you actually at the game? There's only one. There's either you're time traveling or you're at the game. Which one is it? Oh, is it Voltamata? So he scored. Oh, someone else has got a nick in it. I can't see who it is that's done it. Oh, Bonds. I was watching the replay. It was Voltamata's header across. It was the bit that I saw. Oh, it's gone off the crossbar as well. And then Bonds has put it in. Oh, jeez. Get in. Right, I'm going to do the same as I did in... Oh, has it gone to VAR? I can see the referee talking to a load of players. Or have they just been a bit naughty? Oh, it is gone to VAR. Oh, dear me. I'll do the same as I did in the first race, which is drive our practice without traction control. Oh, I think he might be off. Is he offside? Yeah, it looks like he's off. So, like, just to clarify, when I was talking about the wet and dry line and the offline and the grip and everything earlier on, it's like this situation is where I was talking about, which is you're in time trial mode, there's nobody driven on the track, and there's no dry line that's formed or anything like that, and yet the outside still has so much more grip, to the point you can literally, especially on a wheel, I don't know if you would notice too much on controller, but on the wheel, you notice the feedback change across the whole car when you're like 1 pixel onto the line. So when I'm talking about it being exaggerated or a bit unrealistic, that's what I'm talking about. It's not like a gradual increase in the way that it would be in terms of grip. So that's what I was trying to explain earlier, but I maybe not doing a good job of explaining it. But if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. Well, we want soft tyres again now then for quali. Bosh, bosh, bosh. I'm now watching the decision. Is it that? It's that close, John? Right, okay. It's who's got the biggest shoe. Oh, there we go. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah. Well, I suppose with it offside, it's a yes or no, isn't it? It's not one that's up for debate. Right, come on. Good quality now. Come on. It's not much to ask for. Go, 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 go. If you ask for something, you're already asking too much. I agree. I agree. Oh, we're having a battle already, are we? Yeah, just giving them a bit of space there. We'll catch up with them anyways, but I just don't want to kill the tyres in the meantime. You can launch it on a straight, that's fine, but then when you're flying through the corners at the speed that they are, you're only eating up the tyres, which is surely not much use. Is he stopping? Is he letting us go? I think he's letting us go. Right, come on then. Quali laps. Quali laps, quali laps. Here we go. We should have enough time for 3 unless we mess one up. We should just cross the line with enough time. As the clock hits 0. That's actually going to be a penalty there. Although it must know we've not gained any time whatsoever, because we couldn't have possibly gained any time there at all. Right, we want to improve on that because we're well off the pace yet. Just not have a big moment on the exit of turn 1 for a start. Keep that in. I don't want a penalty there. Going to be well off the quali pace here. Oh, just didn't cross the line in time. Just didn't cross the line. Everybody else is still running. They might improve their times, but if we can stick with P6, try and not drop too many places beyond that. Fingers crossed, but we could still go a long way down here. The question is, though, do we think that we still go for the same strategy that we did the last time round? Because it did seem to work. If we were going to go onto the inters, we'd have to go way earlier. I probably wouldn't be opposed to a pit stop if it was exactly the same race. I'd happily go do a pit stop on the wets until lap 15, 16, and then onto the inters. Or do we just go onto the inters from the start and just accept that the first few laps will be a bit slower? Inters. Start inters. Right, okay, let's do it. This will be a bit trickier on the start, though. In fact, it'll be very sketchy on the start. We'll not be trying anything too ridiculous in this one. TC2 maybe, yeah. Sounded a bit strange. sorry. Get the stream back on. I had Layla trying to ring me there. I think she forgot I'm streaming. How do we say that name? Is it Flamer? 59? In the same race as De Panther. Whereabouts are you then? Somewhere further up than me, I think. Best of luck. Best of luck. Here we go. This is where it's going to be sketchy. Please don't be too sketchy. Damage already. I think we can all agree that was a bit of a lag there. That sort of, I could have probably done a bit better to avoid altogether, but all told, a bit of a lag and a bit of a bump. Oh, here's Max Verstappen. He's good in the wet. We'll follow him. Yeah, didn't need that. Yeah, definitely not. That start at turn 1. Less than ideal. Struggling to get past these guys here as well. Oh. Close the door too much on us. We're literally definitely there. Right, I can't look too much at the people that are running ahead who are going to have been on, who are going to be on the wet tyres, but that's obviously who you inevitably end up comparing to. Batman's almost lost it. Oh, he's lost it again. We're going to go for the switch back there. He's then going to be on the outside. Right, P10 for us. The Inter's just about surviving on these massive puddles of water that should, or that do require the wets. Got 2 there, did I? Oh, maybe I did. Struggling to find out and pay attention. Go, go, go. Got him on exit. Surely we've got him on exit there. Not quite. We'll work with him though. Oh, we work with him only for a brief period. Half second for this guy in front. Go on! What a switchback. He was a bit slow on the exit, but... So it wasn't like it was a great move, but at least we've got it. It's worked out well for us, that. We might get around the outside. Yeah, not quite. Also watching the very dying minutes of the game for Newcastle Man City. Right, P8 for us at the moment. This is good going. Can do better, definitely we can catch up. Once this rain just starts to die down a little bit, maybe. Sort of realise each time into these braking zones I could have braked a little bit later. Yeah, he's going to get the move around the outside there now, look. We're going to try and hold on though. Right, we're catching back up to Flip here, we had the slight run-in with at turn 1 with not the best connection, so hopefully we can get past without too much drama. He's got a penalty there as well, and I think the guy in front has a penalty, does he not? I'm sure I've seen he has a penalty. Oh, flip's gone. I'm not going to lie, I will be a little bit glad about that, because at least it means we're definitely not getting clattered accidentally with a bit of a lag. So P7 it is. Flip gives himself a voluntary DNF. I'll be honest though, traction control saved me in this one. I hate that I'm using it, to be honest, but I know everybody else does. But I do hate that I'm now also relying on it. I would rather that I wasn't. Oh, a bit of contact there from someone out braking. You have to in the wet. I know. It's one of them where you would just be so far, or I normally am, either so far off the pace, or sometimes you're on the pace, sometimes you're quicker, but it's not consistent, and then you end up binning it, as we all know all too well from me on this channel. It's like that corner there without traction control, you'd be round every time, but then you just keep it planted, let the traction control do the work. Come on. Oh, we got a fastest lap now. Well, I'll not be complaining about that, that's for sure. Now we've got this little pocket of less rain. It's not stopped raining and it's not dry, but a little pocket of less rain. And the question is, can we just try and catch up a little bit to the wet tyre runners? Can we grab another position or two? In the meantime, we've took out half a second, is that, I think? I'm sure that was 11.2 by the time we crossed the line. It's now 10.7 to the front runner. you go for it? Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. A bit brash, but we make it. We make it. Oh, no, no. Oh, both of us have. Oh, no. I was just about to get it back onto track there. We dropped one wheel off. Just about to get it back onto track, and he was like, no, I'll make sure you stay off the track. Right, come on, let's try and catch back up now. We started losing a little bit of time there. Come on. Full time for Newcastle there then. Yeah. 2-1, we'll have that. Yeah, hopefully some of them are ahead on wets yet. Fingers crossed. But then we've already done one race and sort of learned that the quickest was the Inters, so I don't know. It wouldn't surprise us if they're all on Inters as well. They're quicker drivers than me, so they'll be able to hack the rain probably a bit better anyways, and might have trusted themselves from the start to be on the Inters. 12.8 the gap there though. See where I'm losing the grip now because I'm trying to brake a little bit later and later each time, or sometimes just at the same spot, and it's pushing me further and further into the corner, which is right on cue with that slightly heavier rain there. So I'm going to end up probably losing a little bit more time now if those guys are on the wet tyres. It's just about being as consistent as we can, as patient as we can, knowing it's at the end of the race that they'll catch up. Yeah, rain will stop soon. We've got that slightly big heavier spell again. Had a bit of an error message come up there on Streamlabs. Is everything still live? Everything's still okay on the stream? There's a big error message came up on the screen. I've just had to click OK because I couldn't read what it actually said. Are we still live or no? All good here? Good, good. Right, 13 seconds the gap. Right, rain's starting to die off. Now's our time to start pushing. Now is the time that we need to start pushing. It's not that we've got a chance to, we literally need to. So let's hopefully start catching up now to some of those guys, if any, that are on the wet tyres. 13.2, we're matching the pace with Sad Tomato, or Tomato, up in P1. Here we go. On the NSX, great car, that NSX as well. Oh, do we start going for the moves now? Do we start throwing it in? I considered it there. We just try and get him on the exit. We can absolutely do that. Send it smoothly. Is that what that says? Send it smoothly. Right, there we go. P5 is ours then. Oh, we have to at least still try and... Might have to hold on to it though. I'll put up a bit of a fight to hold on to it. Get off the grass. God. Don't want to be over there. Right, 11.9. Here we go then. This is the point in the race, I think, where if this rain stays off, we have to start pushing. And hopefully, if there's anybody else up front or a bit further ahead on the wet tyres, hopefully the same thing happens to them. That happened to us, which was you ruin them. So that's what we want. Might be a penalty. Might be all right. $11.9. Come on. Too far there. I've never concentrated so hard on a manufacturer's race in all my life, I don't think. I'm properly concentrating on this. But I do feel like we can get a good result. I feel like if all went our way, a podium could still be on. And considering we've dropped once again to the back of the grid on this, after turn 1, even P5 is a tremendous result. Right, now, the question is, is the Frenchman on the wet tyres, because he now, as we saw there, is going to the inside. I don't know if that was for an overtake or if that was to look after the tyres. Come on, 8 laps left. 8 laps to pull, 11.9 seconds. We're obviously not going for the race win on this one, as much as I would love to think that we are. But I definitely think we can be going for the podium. It is literally 1.1 or less seconds in front. We're catching up to both of these now. Surely these guys are on the wet tyres, I think. Surely. Come on. It's almost like I've just let him through there. I had a feeling that one was going to be track limits there. I had a feeling that one was going to be track limits. Oh, the BMW's almost gone. Here we go. Oh, someone's gone in. Yeah, he's on the wet tyres there. He's someone behind us. I thought that was someone in front. Oh, a bit gutted there. I thought we were going to get another position. It is getting to the point now where it's actually quicker to just be on the dry line, I think. 9.5, 9.3, come on. Eight seconds, 8.7. We're closing them now, 8.6. These are the critical last 5 laps. Come on. .2. Lost a bit of time there running wide. Wizard's gone. Wizard's gone. Wizard's gone. .3, 8.2. Eight seconds. 7.9. Come on. 7.8. Podium's on. Absolutely. .7, 0.6, 0.5. We've got 4 more laps to go. We need to take out, basically, we need to aim for like 2 seconds a lap quicker, which is going to be a bit tricky. But potentially still doable. There is 6.3, 0.2, 0.1. .9. Come on. Well, 4.5, yeah. 4 by the time we cross the line next time round. .4. .8. Come on. 4.9. Come on, we just need to be absolutely flat out here. Absolutely flat out. Come on. 4.2. 4 seconds. The gap's going to be beneath 4 seconds here. Come on. .8. Oh, we're closing like crazy. Come on! Come on! We can do this, we can do this, we can do this. Speed Clem, he's in. He's on our side this time round. We were battling with him in the last race. He's rooting for us now. Come on. Come on. 2.2. 2.2. We've still literally got 2 3/4 laps to go. Surely we can do this. Gap is 1.6. Come on. Trying to have the slipstream, but also stop Bauer here from getting onto the wet part of the track to cool his tyres. Ah! We've done it! Go, go, go! Come on! That was a nudge. That was a nudge from behind. Ah, it was a bum draft, but it was a bit close to the turn. Go, 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 go. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Bring it home, absolutely. One more lap. No signature moves. I can promise you they are not happening, he says. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Bosh. Get in. Get in. We've done it. We've done it. In the 458 as well. God damn it, that Ferrari is so good. That Ferrari is very, very good. I am buzzing with that one. We've got to win. That is from the back of the grid. From the back of the grid. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a race. Happy with that. Happy with that. There's someone in the sit run, look, behind her. For P2. Rightio, well, we're going to end it there, because we have to end it on a high, especially with the manufacturers. We'll count the points, take them, and run. So, we're happy with that. We're going to save that replay, because that's a very memorable, good race. And we are going to end it there. Sign it, send it. This round for you is done, definitely. Right then, well, we're back on Wednesday for Group 4. Oh, no, we're not. We're not. I can't do Wednesday. We're not doing Wednesday. But we're back on Saturday, Group 3 Deep Forest, which I'll be buzzing for that one because I really, really love that track. Yeah, well, that's going to be that then. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, we'll be back on Monday, as always. We'll have a video going out, tomorrow, hopefully, as always. And then we will be back on Saturday for manufacturers as well. So Monday, tomorrow night for a video upload, Monday for a live stream, somewhere through the week if there's another video to upload, and then Saturday for another live stream, and then Sunday for another upload. So there we go. We are nice and busy, as always, on the channel. We've managed to get to A+ as well. We're thankfully there. We'll try and stay there. I'm going to now have a new approached attitude to all of the races, which is I must win, or I must do good. But we've managed to get up to A+, and it's taken a little while, but at least we are there now. So, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope everyone has a mint rest of the weekend. Enjoy the F1. I have no idea who my money is on, but didn't it look like Carlos Sainz was going to get provisional pole? He had provisional pole at one point. Did we see that? I was rooting that was going to stay the case. I would have been hoping for that. But yes, there we go. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the week, and I will catch you all in a little bit. Toodles!